Hey guys, this is Pharaoh2091 and welcome back to Let's Play 999. Last time left off, we learned a teeny bit more about the different people with us. Not essentially learned a lot about them, just, gave each other code names so we know how to communicate with each other, because like the Mountain said, or Seven, he hopefully doesn't want to know too much about anyone, because Zero might be listening in and he might use that information to hurt other people, who knows. And then, and then number 9, or the guy with the 9th bracelet, went and took Clover hostage. That's not good. Santa skidded to a halt. He snarled at the scrawny man with the knife and gritted his teeth. Yeah, that's right. The man's smile was neither friendly nor reassuring. Sweat poured down his neck, soaking the collar of his shirt. Clover, are you all right? The Prince Snake's voice sounded oddly concerned. Yeah, I'm fine. Her voice shook, making her words even less convincing. What the hell are you trying to do? I told you. This is my plan. What are you gonna do with her, you sick son of a bitch? Don't worry. I'm not gonna do anything to her. If she does what I tell her to do, I'll let her go. He started to move backwards, slowly, keeping his grip on Clover. Keeping their distance, Junpei and the others followed. Eventually, the man reached the wall. He gave a start as his back touched it, then glanced around quickly and spoke. Verify. Huh? The left. Look on your left. Do you see the device in the wall? Place your hand in the scanner panel, the round part. What if I don't? The man's nostril flared. He looked like he was about to choke. Are you an idiot? What do you think? I could slit your throat right now. I'll kill you if I have to. All I need is your bracelet. Just do it! Do it now! He pressed the knife against Clover's neck, hard. Slowly, she stretched her left hand toward the device. Her back was to it, and so she had to feel around for a moment before she found the circular panel. It made a cold electronic noise, and on the display above her hand, an asterisk appeared. So that's how it worked, Junpei thought to himself. By placing one's palm on what the knife man had called the scanner panel, the user's bracelet number would be entered into the device. And it has to be a digital route, right? Yep, okay. So that's his plan. Junpei shifted his eyes to the door itself. The number on it was 5. The knife man seemed to know a little more about the device's operation than he should. How had he known exactly what to do? Good, now you're done. Next! His bloodshot eyes crept from person to person until finally he stopped on the line. Ace. You, right? You're the one with the number 1 bracelet, right? Yeah, I am. So? Then you're next. Just verify your number like this little brat did. What are you doing? Do it! Don't you care what happens to her? Okay, just calm down. Ace held up his hands, palms out. The knife man jerked his chin toward the device. Slowly and cautiously, Ace moved toward the device. After what seemed like an agonizing eternity, he reached it. Now! Verify! He nodded and placed his hand on the scanner panel. The device beeped again and a second asterisk appeared. Now the device had Clover and Ace's numbers. 4 and 1. 4 plus 1 equals 5. Plus 9 equals 14. 1 plus 4 equals 5. Same as the number written on the door. But it wouldn't open just yet. You have to have at least 3 people, max of 5, to open the door. The door needed at least 1 more person. Who would that be? Get back! His voice shook, but the knife he held to Clover's throat made his words a command. Ace took 2, and then 3 steps back. No! Farther! More than that! Go all the way back! Slowly, Ace did what he was told. The knife man's lips curled into a cruel, twisted smile. That was when Junpei understood his plan. Clover's 4 and Ace's 1. added to the Ninth Man's 9, gave it a digital root. In other words... Thank God you were all so cooperative. Now I can get out of this nightmare. He pressed his own hand against the scanner panel. A third asterisk appeared on the screen. He dropped his hand to the left rod and side of the device and pulled. It opened up. The door opened with a heavy metallic groan. He had let go of Clover. Wait! Junpei leapt toward the Ninth Man, but he wasn't fast enough. The man shoved Clover. Ah! And hopped through the door. Okay, have a good one, guys. I'm going off head now. Well then, goodbye. He raised his hand and waved, a twisted smirk on his face. And then he was gone. The door ground shut with a dull clang of metal on metal. Clover! Are you alright? Snake ran to Clover's side as she lay on the floor. Yeah, I'm fine. She climbed unsteadily to her feet and once there, leaned heavily on Snake's shoulder for support. Junpei ran to the door. The others followed him. Several pairs of hands grabbed hold of the handles and pulled. They grunted and strained, but... Shit! It won't budge! That was when Lotus, the dancer, spoke. Her voice was quiet. Do you hear something? Like what? Like some sort of beeping. Not yet. Junpei pressed his ear against the cold metal of the door. The others did the same. I do hear it. Wait a minute. The last time I heard beeping wasn't really that good. You're right. I can hear it too. What is it? Then they heard something else. It was the Ninth Man. Shit! Why isn't it stopping? Oh, damn it! You lied! Lied? This wasn't supposed to happen! This is wrong! This is wrong! His voice shook with fear. Safe on the outside, they stepped back from the door and looked at one another. What's happening in there? Oh, open the door! Please! I'm begging you! Help me! Please get me out of here! Get me out of here! Junpei grabbed hold of the device. He slammed his hand on the scanner panel. Nothing happened. Why didn't it register him? Engaged, huh? He looked at the display where the asterisk had shown up. It said engaged. Oh my god! Oh my god! There's no time left! Listen! I was lied to! He lied to me! He put me in here! It was him! He killed me! It was him! What? Oh my god. Oh. Oh god, that's, Huh. I think we all know what the hell just happened there. The explosion rocked the room. Instinctively, they ducked, and then they stood up slowly when they realized there was no danger. No one spoke. Silence filled the room. In that silence, the electronic tone that echoed through across the room sounded as loud as a gunshot. All eyes turned towards it. It had come from the device mounted next to the door. The display changed from engaged to vacant. Oh, God. Let's see if we can open it. 7. The mountain swallowed hard. Junpei nodded and placed his hand on the scanner panel. The red asterisk appeared in an LCD panel. The device had registered Junpei's bracelet number 5. His was not enough, though, however. He needed at least 2 more people that were needed. Junpei asked, which pair? Okay, so... I guess we can get Snake and 7 do it. Why the hell not? Snake, 7, do you think you can give me a hand here? The pun was a little too on the nose, but the mood was still grim. Both Snake and Simon lifted their left hands silently. Slowly, each of them placed their hand on the scanner panel. And yeah, that equals 5. They fulfilled the conditions. If they were to pull the lever on the side... Are you guys ready? I'm going to open it. Junpei grabbed the lever and looked back over his shoulder. They stiffened and nodded. Junpei nodded back and set his mouth in a grim line. Then he slowly lowered the lever. God, what the hell are we going to find in there? There was a metallic groan and the door slid open. A breath of air drifted out of it, carrying a stench that nearly made them gag. Junpei grimaced and put a hand over his mouth. Oh my god! Good god. Lotus and Ace shuddered. 7 grunted. Whoa, that's pretty bad. Even Santa's voice shook. He blew up! And you heard that Santa was right. The hallway on the other side of the door was splattered with chunks of torn flesh and dark red blood. Oh shit, yeah. That's enough to gross me out, just by knowing that the guy blew up and chunks of him are all over that damn hallway. The shriek echoed across the room. It had come from June. Then her strength left her and she dropped. As Junpei turned to catch her, the door groaned shut. She crumbled to the floor. June! You okay? Junpei dropped to his knees and put his arm around her shoulders. That was when he noticed. Her whole body was feverish. She was radiating intense heat. What the hell? Where'd this fever come from? June didn't answer. Her face looked like wax and her whole body began to shake. Alright, let's just rest for a minute, okay? You think you can walk? She nodded, weakly. Junpei lifted June to her feet and guided her to a nearby chair. Here we go. As gently as he could, he set her down on it. How are you feeling? Are you alright? She nodded, and as she did, a single huge tear rolled down the side of her face. Why? Why did this happen? Her voice cracked, broken by misery and grief and choked by sobs. Why did this happen? Junpei spun around. Do any of you know what the fuck is going on here? Who's Zero? What's this notary game? Come on! Anybody? Anything? What the hell's going on? What are we doing here? No one spoke. Ace, Snake, Santa, Clover, 7, and Lotus. They simply stood there. 7 pairs of downcast eyes and 7 grim lines of mouths. June's body shook with silent sobs. They slowed as the minutes ticked by, and eventually they stopped. Suddenly, the cold, heavy silence that had enveloped them like a thick fog, a bell began to ring. The clock in the central hall. 7, 8, 9, 10 times. And then, on the 10th ring, it stopped. The sound of the bell faded away into silence. It's 10 o'clock then. Ace said what each one of them had been thinking. That means it's been an hour since Zero's little announcement. 7's deep voice echoed across the room. Fuck! I've had enough of this crap! Santa leapt on his feet and fist clenched. How long are we gonna pussyfoot around here like this? We've only got 8 hours until this time limit Zero's given us is up. Let's get going already! Go! Go! Santa's outburst fell on deaf ears. No one seemed to agree with him. They stared... Excuse me. They stared back at him, their eyes blank and their faces tired. Finally, Lotus spoke. No, I refuse. I'm not going to end up like him. Him? You mean the Knife Man? Of course. Who else? In his mind's eye, Junpei saw the corpse again. The dark, reddish-black pool of blood, the scattered pieces of flesh. This game is getting too damn detailed for my own liking, and it's making me a little nauseous now. Oh, it gets worse. Oregon strewn across the floor like the blossom of a grotesque flower. Son of a bitch, it's gonna make me throw up. Alright. The explosion that had torn through his body had been powerful. The knife man's neck had been twisted at an odd angle. Oh, God. Soon Junpei suspected the nation had thrown him against the wall. Half his face was crushed, and the other half was covered in blood. Most of his abdomen had been emptied, either by the explosion or by gravity. He had landed on his back, and stark white ribs jutted out from his chest. I skipped it on accident, but this game doesn't stop. It went detailed and detailed. It doesn't show us the damn thing, but it detailed it. Oh yeah, he looked like this. Organs popped out of this, ribs jetting out. Yeah. Yeah, I think we know just how mature this game is now. Yeah, alright, let's go. Continue on. Junpei felt something flip in his stomach. I think he just screwed up. Eyebrows went up, and Santa continued. He probably set off some sort of trap, and that killed him. I'm not gonna screw up like that. I'm getting out of here alive. Whatever Snake was laughing at, Santa did not find particularly humorous. What's so funny? Oh, my apologies. You were just so very confident. I couldn't help myself. What the fuck? I think you're mistaking the situation here. Huh? The knife man's death. It had nothing to do with a trap, or at least not the sort of trap you're imagining it might be. Then he broke one of Zero's rules. That was why he died. Quite simple if you think about it. You still don't... Alright. How about you take a moment and think back to what Zero said? Specifically about what did he say about the number of people? He said only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door. Right? And after that, you've forgotten the relevant parts. What did Zero say? He furrowed his brow in thought. Junpei thought back. He said that, I don't know... here we go. That everyone who verified had to go in. All those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute. Right? I think it was something like that. Whatever it was, it means that groups of less than 3 or more, or 3 or more than 5 can't go through. That is correct. A gold star for you, Junpei. Snake inclined his head toward Junpei. The knife man, however, broke that rule. He tried to pass through a numbered door by himself. That was why he was executed. Zero's watching us from somewhere, making sure we don't break any rules. Oh, I'm not so sure about that. Why not? Because his execution system is entirely automatic. You didn't notice? There's no need for him to monitor us. What do you mean? Snake looked at Seven with what could only be described as pity and sighed. Very well. I see it must be me who tells you. I waited long enough, I suppose. I hope Zero might spare me this trouble, but that seems increasingly unlikely. He couldn't see them, of course, but perhaps Snake sensed the confused eyes upon him. When Ace spoke, he gave words to everyone else's thoughts. Do you know something? Well, I know a great many things, but yes. What is it that you know? Here. Snake removed the card from the pocket of his jacket. With a flourish, he presented it to Ace, who took a close look at it and spoke. Come on now, what's the point of giving me this? Give me that! Santa snatched the card from Ace, but his expression of disgust quickly turned to one of confusion. Huh? What the hell's this? Seven tugged it out of Santa's hands. Heh, I see. The card went from Seven to Lotus, from Lotus to June, and finally to Junpei. He looked at it and understood. This is Braille. Braille, the written language of the blind. The card was covered with small embossed bumps. Junpei could recognize it, but he certainly couldn't read it. Sorry guys, I can't read this. Junpei handed the card back to Snake, who nodded at him with a small smirk. Okay, that was fun. What's so important about that card? I found it in my pocket. I can only assume it was a message from Zero. From Zero? A message? What does it say? Suddenly, everyone was crowding around Snake, desperate to hear what the message said. Santa especially looked as if he were about to grab hold of Snake and shake the answers from him. Snake raised his hand. Calm down now. No need to panic. You don't need to force me. I'll read it. Junpei swallowed hard and waited for him to start. He was not the only one. Presently, Snake began to read, his voice calm. His fingers glided over the tiny bumps as he spoke. Bracelet number 2. Since you are not blessed with sight, I shall bless you, and only you, with information. I shall tell you of the function of the red, of the dead, and of the bracelet. The red is a recognition device. It will verify your number. Beside every numbered door you will find a red. The dead is a deactivation device. It does exactly what it says. Once you have passed through the numbered door, you must use the dead to stop the detonator in your bracelet. But perhaps you are wondering, what does this detonator detonate? I'm afraid this may be something of a surprise. I have placed a small bomb inside of you and the people whom you are about to meet. You swallowed it while you were unconscious. I have no doubt that by the time you read this note, the bomb will have passed through your stomach and found its way to your small intestines. In other words, you will be unable to regurgitate it. I suggest you do not try. As I mentioned before, the bracelet on your left hand contains a detonator. Think of it as a remote fuse or timer for the bomb in your body. There is only one condition which will cause it to detonate. That condition is that you enter a numbered door. Once you've done so, the timer will activate, no matter who you may be. You will have 81 seconds. If, after that time, the detonator has not been deactivated, it will send a signal to the bomb in your body, instructing it to explode. In order to deactivate the detonator, every person who verified the number at the red must also verify their numbers at the dead. Once all numbers have been verified by the dead, you will need to pull the lever on the side and the countdown will cease. Anyone who does not verify their number at the red will find themselves unable to verify their number at the dead. That is to say, you should pass through the numbered door without first verifying your number on the red. In 81 seconds, you will be dead. You must also keep in mind that the numbered doors will close automatically after 9 seconds have passed. So as long as the door is open, the dead will not function. You'll do well to remember this. Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelet. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1. You escape from the ship. And 2. Your heart rate reaches 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of a ship or detects that its wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically. There is no other way to remove your bracelet. If you attempt to force it off or disable the detonator, the bomb within you will immediately explode. That is all information which I can impart to you. How you choose to use it is up for you to design. If used wisely, you can eliminate those who might be a danger to you. For a time, you would be able to control your fate. I wish you the best of luck. Well, Snake finished reading and carefully returned the card to his pocket. Well, that's some more information right there now, isn't it? Okay then. I guess I'll start the video here. Yeah, like I said before, I'm getting the sense that this is kind of... I'm finding it kind of difficult to find the good stopping points for this. I know any other LPs I can say, if I'm in the middle of action or whatever or something, I just pause it, whatever. But this, like I said, it's just a story, and I can't find like any really good spots and if there might be, it might be longer than this, and I don't want the video going on for too long. So I guess I'm just gonna make these videos like 20-25 minutes and take it from there. So yeah, we got bombs inside of us, and that's what happened to the other guy, which is still kind of making me. It doesn't. It's just thinking about it. It makes me like shudder. I mean, it's not gonna make me like sick or anything like that. But that's probably over exaggerating right there. But kind of thinking about it, it's like, and going into detail about it, it does like make me like a little like, oh, you know. This is a pretty damn good game. So good. I'm liking the story. It's definitely intriguing me a lot, and I really can't wait to see what else it has in store for me. I'm just hoping I'm gonna be able to solve the games and the puzzles that we come across, because well, frankly, I am gonna be a little afraid of how the puzzles may be. I mean, hopefully it won't be that bad, but then again, we'll see. So, as usual, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for Let's Play 999. And I burped. I'll see you guys later.